All right, so it's a children's book that celebrates the author's Jamaican roots. Jerk Chicken Magic follows the story of a multi-generational immigrant family, the Higgins. My guests now are not the Higgins, it's Roxanne and Noel Andrew, founders of Coconut Milk Inc. And they're here with me this morning. Good morning to you both. Welcome to Smile. How are you?
We're good.
Good morning.
Thank you so much, Neville.
Yeah, I think you're in Toronto, or as they say, Toronto. Are you?
Toronto.
I hope it's not too cold. But I started by saying you're celebrating your Jamaican roots. So let's start there. Tell me about your Jamaican roots and why are you where you are and not in studio with me right now?
Boy, we would love to be, because they're telling you there's some snow outside right now that we don't want to deal with.
Just at a farm and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So please send some of the sun.
Yeah,
No, go ahead, Neville.
No, my daughter lives in Toronto and she sent me a message a couple of weeks ago and said it was minus 12. I'm vexed with me that I leave her up there. But tell me about the Jamaican roots. Where are you guys from? Why you leave us and how long you leave us and what you're doing now apart from writing books?
Yeah, so we have been here in Canada since 2016. So a good little while. We both I'm originally from St. Thomas, but most of my life was spent in Kingston, going to, high school. I went to St. Andrew High, and, we had our lives there, and I was in marketing, Noel was in the creative space, and we moved to Canada in that time, and just, really always try to celebrate our roots, and always Jamaica is with us in whatever we do.
Fantastic. Noel, I'm reading. Dad, author, photographer, director, worked in visual design, TV, film, creative director, key art designer. You've created and published over 30 magazines. You're the founder of the reggae entertainment publication, Backyard Magazine, so you don't sleep, right?
No. There's a few things left out there. As a former creative director for Digital Group, and I launched Digital Play as well in Jamaica. So I'm I guess you could say I'm a behind the scenes person that's now coming to the forefront. To try and not that Jamaica needs to be put on the map by any means, but in the literary space and the TV and film space, I think there's a lot more we can push forward, and we're hoping that this is the first steps to moving forward in the North American market there. So yeah,
and
globally too. Yeah. So homegrown, we have a lot of talented people in Jamaica. So sometimes we have to go to grow.
Yeah, fantastic, and I'm so impressed with you guys. What inspired you to write Jerk Chicken Magic?
Yeah, really. Noel mentioned that we wanted to really do Jamaican-inspired stories, and it's something that we've always wanted since coming here and being immigrants. We've always wanted to tell that story and really talk about our heritage and like our cultural traditions and all of those things. So, jerk chicken was a natural, way to go, because outside of reggae music, outside of sports, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, jerk chicken, you can't go anywhere in the world and people don't. If you mention Jamaica, they're going to mention jerk chicken. So, and when we think about it, we really want to put forward, the origins of jerk chicken. How many people really know the history behind it and what our ancestors had to go through, to survive, and that's what the dish was birthed from. And we thought that it was a very good way of starting with a children's book to really encourage those conversations early on with kids who are obviously of Jamaican heritage, but other kids globally, so they can understand the dish and learn and its origins and learn more from there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. By the way, I kind of like your mackerel tin behind you. You can send that.
Yeah, man, we saw it.
We got you.
The illustration in the book is fantastic, and I'm told that AI was involved in this.
Yeah, well, very limited. I mean, I designed the book from start to finish.
And his experience with visual design.
My background is actually in art direction and design, so there was some minimal use of it, but yeah, man, we still had to take out the pencil and draw a few things,
Yeah, man. And Coconut Milk What is that now? Tell me about that. That's a company, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's a Toronto-based company, and essentially the objective of coconut milk is to bring, it's essentially nostalgia as art, and it's to bring a lot of Caribbean-inspired, as you said, the Dirty Gal in the background there is one of our original pieces, as well as this image of the boys, and so it's really just to celebrate our arts and our culture, and to find like bespoke ways of
bringing that to the world, and so that Jamaicans worldwide can celebrate our heritage, have pieces of the art, pieces of different apparel, and in terms of the book, that's just one arm that we have pushed forward right now, with the publishing arm, but we hope to translate that into other forms, such as film. So again, this is just the beginning for our creative studio.
Yeah, a double-barrel question. Who do you want to read this? Because it's a kid's book, I know that. But I kind of found it interesting myself. So who do you want to read this? And why did you pick jerk chicken?
Yeah, so I think we really want, so kids are the basis. What we really want are conversations to happen with children, and children of obviously Jamaican descent, to discuss heritage, but we really want to broaden and give shine a spotlight on Jamaican heritage. And we found that we've gotten feedback from even adults. They enjoy reading the book because there's a lot of people that read and said they didn't know the history, and conversations that they start Googling to get more information, because in terms of the book and starting out with the conversations, obviously the origins have to do with our ancestors in the mountains or the cockpits, and trying to hide, and that's the origin of jerk chicken. So we put it in a way that it was palatable for kids and can start the conversation about those things from early on, and then it also sparks conversation to people even in the diaspora who may not have known the history and growing up overseas with Jamaican heritage and not necessarily know the detail. And even so, people who are not Jamaican have also reached out to us and saying this has really inspired them to even talk about their heritage, and kind of spark those conversations of passing on generational recipes, original recipes of like how to prepare jerk chicken, globally.
Okay. Having said all of that, what's next for you guys?
Well, I mean, we're really trying to do a lot with this book, right? We're trying, as Roxanne just said, we're definitely trying to get it in the hands of as many people as possible. We'd love to do an audio book. We'd love to have someone like a Shirley Lee Ralph do the audio book, because she's basically the voice of Jamaica, right? Yeah. We'd love to turn this into a short film. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the short film called Hear Love, which eventually went on to win an Academy Award for the children's short film, and then they subsequently turned it into a book. So we're kind of going in the reverse. And so far, a lot of people have been saying, boy, this is such an original thing. There's nothing like it out there. And that's also part of the reason why we created it, because we couldn't find anything that represented ourselves.
And represented our kids. We have a daughter and a son. We want to make sure that they're immersed in our culture in the best way that they can be. And, we definitely want to get this across to the diaspora. And, anyone who wants to reach out to us on Coconut Milk, it's available on Amazon. I'm not sure if you're going to get to that question, but it's available on Amazon. Anywhere there's Amazon worldwide, you will be able to order the book.
All right. Fantastic story. I'm impressed, but we have to go because we have news. Anyone you want to say hi to in Jamaica before you go? Quickly.
Oh, yeah, just big up everybody. Hi,
all
Mom.
Our friends and family. Thank you so much.
Aunts, uncles,
Yeah, man.
My dad.
My love you, man. Stay dry, stay warm, and look after yourself. God bless you and the family. Roxanne and Noel Andrew Bennett, founders of Coconut Milk Company. All right, folks, going to take a break. When we come back, we have the second edition of News in 5. That comes up right now. Stay with us, please. Soon come.